Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy you stopped by. Well, it's the first Tuesday of July, and that means it's time for another shelf-stable pantry recipe collaboration started by Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri, where once a month on the first Tuesday, we make a recipe using only shelf-stable ingredients. We can't use anything from the freezer or the refrigerator. And today I'm gonna make for you a granola. It's a simple cranberry almond granola, but it is so delicious. And I'll show you exactly how to make it. But before I do, I just wanna make sure you check out everyone else who's gonna be in the collaboration, and I will list all their channel links below, as well as a printable recipe of what I'm making. Just click on it, you can print it out, and if you're collecting the recipes in a binder, you can add it to your collection. So let's get baking. You're gonna need some old-fashioned oats, and this is what they look like. Not to be confused with quick 1-minute oats. Do not use those or it will not turn out. Make sure they're the old-fashioned. Now I'm using a half a cup of pecans and a half a cup of almonds, but you could just use one or the other. I'm using a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, a 1/4 cup of honey, but you could use all of one or the other. 1/3 cup of coconut oil, or you could also use avocado oil. A teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a half a teaspoon of almond extract, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of dried craisins, and 1 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips that we're going to be adding at the end. Now in a large bowl, I'm just placing the syrups and the coconut oil, which was already partially melted, the vanilla, the almond extract, and I microwaved it for 40 seconds just till everything was hot and melted together. Then go ahead and add in your 3½ cups of oats, your cinnamon, your salt, and your nuts. Now it's really important, this step. You have to stir it really well. I probably stir this for a good 3 minutes to make sure each grain is nicely coated, and it will look like this. Now we're gonna put this on a cookie sheet that I have lined with some parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, just make sure it's very well greased and just spread it in an even layer. Now we're gonna bake this in a low temperature at 300 for about 45 minutes. And we're gonna stir it 3 different times during cooking. Now here I'm just stirring it the first time after about 15 minutes because we wanna get the pieces underneath that aren't getting brown. Okay, now it was about 40 minutes and it was done. And as you can see, it gets nice and a dark brown, and that's how we want it to look. And it gets very crunchy. Now when it first comes out, it won't be crunchy, but as it cools off, it will be. Then I put it in a bowl, and then you can go ahead and add in whatever dried fruit you like. I'm using the cranberries and my sugar-free chocolate chips. And I just stirred everything really well up in the bowl. Just gave it a good stir. And look at that, you guys. So yummy. Now stay tuned because I'm going to give you a taste test. Okay guys, let's give this a try, shall we? This is how it looks. And I know you couldn't hear it over my voice earlier, but it's super crunchy. You probably can't hear that either, but I'm gonna try a little taste for you guys. Can you hear that? Now, first of all, it is not too sweet. I've had the kind in the store sometimes where it's just sickeningly sweet. The oats by itself, perfect amount of sweetness, but then when you put it with the dried cranberries, it is just the perfect amount. Now, of course, you could substitute raisins if you like, but I'm not a raisin fan. So I love the craisins with it. And the chocolate chips are really good. These are the sugar-free kind, so that also adds a little bit of sweetness. And I like the combination of the almonds and the pecans, but you could use walnuts, you could use pistachios, whatever kind of nut that you like. And now this will keep in a tight sealing container for up to 3 weeks, but I'm sure it's not gonna last that long. And I usually just keep mine in like a nice glass jar with a lid, mason jar. And this is such a nice little gift you can give somebody, put like a ribbon on it with a nice little label. And this stuff, if you buy gourmet granola, it is expensive. It's like $8 or $9 for like a small bag. I think this was probably, I don't know, maybe $6 to make this whole giant batch. And you know what's in it. I mean, there's just all wholesome ingredients. So I hope you guys are gonna give this a try. It's really delicious. And like I said, you can use it on ice cream, on yogurt, parfaits, or just by itself snacking. And that's what I like to do. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, just hit that red button below, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye, everybody.